Well, hello, coffee time friends. It is coffee time. It's supper time. It's all kinds of times here tonight. How are y'all doing? It's Friday Eve. Are y'all having a good supper tonight? We are. Now, I have used, we're having one of our favorites, Italian feast. And I have used ragu and different spaghetti sauces on here. And I always say, sometimes, if I take a notion, I make homemade. Well, I hadn't really never took the notion in a long time. Tonight, I told Mama, I said, let's have some homemade. She said, I've got ragu. I said, I know, but I want some homemade. This is not going to have any meat in it. This is just going to be sauce alone. We're going to use chicken for our meat tonight on our pasta. Pasta's in the microwave in the pasta cooker. Y'all have seen us do that a lot of times. I'm putting this on the side to get hot. On the eye it goes. And I'm going to start out with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in the bottom. And I'm going to put probably a good tablespoon. Good tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now, I'm also going to put some carrots. Oh, what is he doing? I know that's going to be a mess. Start all over?
Yeah.
Carrots are going to help to thicken our sauce, and it's also going to help to give it a natural sweetness. And that's what we're looking for. And I want to finely chop. Y'all know I love to finely chop things. This is the little mini chopper. Want to finely chop, Mama. I get carrot sauce. Perfect. Look at that. So I'm going to put that in the pot first. With that in, I'm going to have to get my...
That little spatula.
And I put approximately what would be the equivalent of 2 large carrots, or about 6 of these baby carrots. So you can judge how much you need. The amounts on this recipe is not going to matter because they're going to vary greatly. It depends on how much you are making. So this is one of those that's best just to get the ingredients and worry about the quantities as you make it. So, a lot of recipes will say salt and pepper to taste. That's what this is going to kind of be. But I'll give you a sketchy recipe as we go. If you don't have one of these, it's going to take you a lot longer, but you're going to have to chop them fine.
Or shred them.
Shred them fine. But shred them on your smallest box grater setting because this is not coleslaw and this is not a carrot salad, okay? This is just for thickness and sweetness in this spaghetti sauce. I know it's a little unusual, but that's what we do here in Mama. We do the unusual.
We're unusual people.
We are. And we're learning that more and more when we do stuff and people says, what on earth are you going to do it? So that is the equivalent of 6 carrots, baby carrots. Now, same with my onions. This ain't a hamburger. It ain't a potato salad. I ain't wanting it to be an onion sauce. I just want a flavor of onion in there. So this is a small to medium yellow onion that I'm going to put in here. And I'm also going to put a little onion powder, which will go a long ways with flavor. Time I get, oh, look at that. It's one of those that's double hulled, I call them. See, it's down in there. It's like it
looks pretty on that.
It's like it started to make a hull, and then it said, man, let's do a couple more layers. You get these sometimes. Never fret. We'll just cut it off. So what are y'all cooking today? What are you making? What have you had? You already cooking? It's 6:16. It's not too late, but a lot of you is probably already cooked.
I'd say they've done 8, a lot of them.
Like you'd like to be one of them?
Yeah, I'd like to say I've done 8 and cleaned up.
Is spaghetti sauce something you let cook for hours and hours and hours? Perhaps if you want to, and I know that's traditional Italian way. Now this is, I'm not even pretending like we're doing this the Italian way. So, any of you true Italians are out there? You don't have to correct me. I know I'm not doing it the true Italian way. Because you would have had this going all day, probably. I see them making it, and I think, gosh, that would be so good.
I must have thought you was gonna do something like this, or I got Italian cheese.
Italian cheese? We love that, Mama.
I didn't have none in there, and I thought, well, what kind of cheese did we need? And I got this. It's got all kinds of cheeses in it.
Oh, yeah. Mama's thinking ahead. And this is the onion.
Ooh, I smell it.
Good stuff, Mama. Now I'm going to put it in here. Let it start reducing down a little bit. And go and get iridescent, as they call it. I hear some cooks say, let the onions sweat. I don't like the sound of that, but I guess that's what they call it. Now I'm probably making this backwards and upside down for some of y'all, because you're probably thinking, you should start with the tomato. That's one of the secrets of cooking it quick. That's one of the things you can do to help you cook it quick.
I'm glad I'm not going nowhere. I smell like onions already.
So into this, I'm putting my seasons, and I'm going to let them heat in this olive oil, and I'm going to let them bloom in this hot pan with the onions and the carrots. And we're going to have a big old pot of onions, carrots, and seasonings. Now I'm putting about a half a teaspoon of oregano. This is just plain old oregano. Okay?
If
Y'all keep up.
The whole tomatoes, I will put them in a bowl and
This
squish them.
is a bit of cilantro. These are just dry. All these are dry. And I'm putting just about a half a teaspoon of that in there. I'm going to put some onion powder in here. It'll distribute throughout the whole pot. This is just called Italian seasoning. I've got a new one up there, but this was just about the right amount, so I just grabbed him. This is sweet paprika, not smoked paprika. I thought it had a, and I'm putting a dash of that in there. So all these, if I was giving you measurements on all these spices, I'd say about a half a teaspoon. Now this, you can put red pepper in here, flakes, but I like just a little bit of this Tony's Creole. And Mama, I ain't put much. I put more, but Mama says no. So that's just no more than she puts in her honey mustard. Let me add that in there. Can y'all see what we're doing? All I'm doing over here is shaking. This is parsley. It's just, oh, it smells good. It's just, you know, parsley just brings out and enhances other flavors. What are you stirring this with, Mama?
Right here.
Would you stir it a little bit? This is a little bit of garlic paste, and I'm not going to use much of it. Put your spoon up if you don't care. I'm just going to use about a good sized teaspoon of garlic paste. This will go through quicker. It'll help the flavors a little bit more than minced. Or what I'm doing is, this is the speedy version of a supper that you can have tonight with homemade sauce, but yet good. Now, if you want to take a day, if you're off work and you think, I will just cook that for about 6 hours and do all that good stuff, that's great too. Mom, this is tomato sauce. What was you going to do?
The whole tomatoes, I was going to
You
mash
handed me the sauce.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We got to put them all in there. So this is one 15-ounce can of tomato sauce.
Pour it on the spoon and get my stuff out of it.
Now I want you to look in there. See all them spices? Those are bloomed. What's it smell like, Mama?
Oh, like Italian fish, sure enough.
Mama wants me to clean her spoon.
I wouldn't whip so hard if I thought it would make them tough. Well, thank you, you did a good job.
Now, I'm going to use those whole tomatoes, a can of those that Mama likes to use because, like I told you before, the whole tomatoes are a good quality of tomatoes as they can them. So, when they come out of the fields, first thing ripe, in the summer before they can them, they get the best ones and they can them whole. How's it looking, Mama?
It looks like good sauce.
Smelling good, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now Mama's going to crush these up.
Yes.
I've seen you doing great, Mama. Now these, let me have one second. These are the whole ones, see? And she's just going to crush them up. And I'm going to open up another sauce. How's your chicken, Mama? I didn't set the timer.
Well, I turned it down to 20. It should be done.
So this is Tyson's chicken tenderloin that we love so good. Cheap chicken, I call it, because it tastes just like Mama's homemade chicken, except you're cheating when you fix it. Because you don't have to work with it, you don't have to flour it, you don't have to dredge it, you just throw it in there and it's good. I recommend it. Now, not all the Tyson products turn out that good to me. Sorry, Tyson, but whatever y'all do, these chicken tenderloins, I really like that. It seems to be a difference. Mama tried some more one time, and neither one of us liked it as good as we do our chicken tenderloin. Now this will cool this back down. Now, Mama, I'm going to need a couple of cans of that pasta water to go in here. Oh, we are splittering. We can turn this down.
Couple of cans.
Yeah, a couple. Just rinse those cans out in.
Well, I'll just use tomato juice. It's in there anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Did that spot on my face?
I don't see it. But I can see this different.
I've been splattered. Okay, folks, if you want me to go through this recipe again for this homemade sauce here. It is 2 cans of tomato sauce, 1 can of whole tomatoes. Mama's crushing them up. I put a little sweet paprika in it to taste, about a half a teaspoon on all these. I put onion powder, same. I put oregano, same. Cilantro, same. Just about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. It is gone. And I put just a little bit of this Creole sauce. You can use red pepper in its place. I used about a teaspoon of garlic paste. You can use minced garlic or whole clove garlic if you want to. The reason I used the whole garlic paste, now this is pasta water. Don't throw your pasta water out. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing to put in your sauce. The reason I use the paste is because it will get through the product quickly. The reason I put all the spices in there while it was just the olive oil, I wanted to bloom all of them. I wanted the flavor. I'm not going to let this slow simmer. That's what you're slow simmering. When you slow simmer a sauce, you're heating all your flavors and you're letting them bloom. In other words, release their oils. By putting it in hot grease, hot oil, hot olive oil, whatever you're using, it forces them to bloom. And you have the same flavors as if you in my opinion, if you slowly cooked it for a long period of time. This is just table black pepper. Just going to do to taste.
I'll put no salt because I had salt in that water.
Mama said no salt because she had salt in the water. She put the salt and the butter in that water. Now we're just going to let this do what it could have done all day today. Let it just sit here and slowly become a wonderful sauce.
We're going to have to turn it up.
Well, it was just now popping in my face, Mama.
Well, I just put canned water in it.
It was hot water. It was spaghetti water. So there it is, folks. That is the way it looks. You can open up the jar, and trust me, we do a lot. But in this situation, that way you've got it right there. So I'll go through the ingredient list. Olive oil. Probably I put a good 3 or 4 tablespoons. Yellow onion, I put a whole medium to small and I minced it. Garlic, I used the paste. 2 carrots, they're talking about whole carrots. I used baby carrots, I used 6. Can of crushed tomatoes, pasta, cooking water. That's what we just put in there. Salt and pepper to taste, we've done that. A tablespoon of dried oregano. I didn't put a whole tablespoon.
You put Italian seasoning.
But I put Italian seasoning also. Paprika to taste, a pinch of red pepper flakes, or I use this Tony's Creole. Basil and parsley. Now I didn't put any basil. I did not put basil. But I am going to put a bay leaf.
This is fine enough, you think?
Oh yeah. I don't mind a little chunks in it. I'm going to put a bay leaf and we'll fish it out before we eat it. So I didn't put basil in mine. You can, it doesn't hurt it. If I have fresh basil, I will. But I don't have any fresh or dried basil. So no basil tonight. Now if any of those you don't like, you can leave them out.
I've got a little bit more of pasta water over here. If you need more, I just didn't want to get it too thin.
Okay. I think this will be fine. And that pasta water and those carrots will help thicken it. And those carrots will give it a distinct sweet taste. But your company, your kids, your family, your husband, your wife, whoever don't like carrots, don't tell them and they'll not know they're in there. Because you're going to mince them fine. Let's give it a little quality control here. Of course, it's a little warm right now. So we'll wait on that for just a second. And then we're going to talk, and I want to see what y'all are up to. That's, yeah. Mama, how much pasta did you make?
I just made a tiny bit of pasta.
A half a bag?
No, not hardly a half a bag.
Not hardly a half of a regular bag. Alright, Mama. We're cleaned up. Fixed up. Ready to chat. She's up and down, getting this, doing that. Tina says, are you talking about Mama running around? I don't put carrots in my sauce. Don't use basil. Basil's not something I always use either, Debbie. At all. News to try, I guess. Yeah, the carrots, you can't see them in there. And you can't taste them in there. But you can taste just a little sweet. And it does help thicken just a little bit. Hi, John and Mama. Hey, Anna. I didn't know about carrots. That's interesting. Sandra, it's a good little special secret ingredient. It needs a little salt, Mama.
Well, you can put some now. I just wanted to not over-salt it.
And I believe it needs a little more oregano.
Oh.
Because it said a tablespoon, and I put about a teaspoon. But I thought the Italian would do it, but it needs a little bit more.
Well, that Italian might, I don't think it's got none in it.
There's some more Italian.
Put it in there and...
There's no more in that one. I didn't empty him.
I'm going to find that oregano back if I can.
If you can't, we can get the other Italian. Alright, let's see what y'all are saying. Carrots cut the acidity. Yes, Terry, it does. What are you making? A little bit of homemade spaghetti sauce. Invest in a mic. Rita, I got a mic. It's on. Can y'all hear me? Testing. 2, 4. Oregano.
There ain't nothing in there.
No, I took it out.
I was gonna put the last drop in there, but
So I'm going to do the whole tablespoon of oregano in here. It needs it.
you've opened the garlic. I need to put it in the refrigerator now.
Yes, ma'am. We'll stir this oregano in. Let it simmer a little while. Now this is just sauce. This is no meat. It does need to simmer a little while. It's not a no simmer. It's not 6 hours, but it won't hurt to let it simmer here for a little while. Get all those flavors rolling. Let's see. I need a good homemade sauce recipe. Well, Sandra, this one is good. I've made this before, and it's something you can slowly cook and do all that with, or you can do it quickly in the night. But if you're going to do it for supper, you want it, say, within an hour, then I do recommend you bloom your spices in the hot olive oil so they'll break forth and be ready to flavor your meal instantly. Hi, John and Mama from Rome, Georgia. Taco salad. Oh, in Virginia. Hey, Patty. I hear just fine. Thank you, ma'am. I get that often. People say, oh, we can't hear. Other people say, you can hear just fine. Some people say you're too loud. It's hard to know where that level is, but we have a good mic, and I do have it plugged in. Everything you and your mama makes looks good. Well, thank you very much, Susan. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Teresa. What do you all know today? What are y'all having today? Rub your dry season in your... Yes. Mike King says, rub your dry season in your hands to release more flavor. That is a good way. Also, you have a mortar and pestle. Put them all in there. You know, it's not just something you're grinding. You're opening all those little spices up. You know, you have to think. The spices are there, and the outside, of course, is dry. You got to get to that inside of them. Even if it's a small spice, you got to get down in there and get that open, so all that flavor will burst out. Same thing the oil does in the heat. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Let's see if we're close now.
Ooh, the chicken kicked off and I didn't know it.
Well, I knew it, but I thought you kicked it off.
No, sir.
Is it not time?
Well, I had it set, but I want you to check the temperature while you're sitting there.
Now it tastes like the spaghetti sauce that we know and love. It's got enough oregano in it. It's not hot. The Creole didn't make it hot. It just gave it a little flavor. There it is. Does that look like a good jar sauce?
Check the thickest one in the middle.
Here, Mama, I'll let you so they can see you check.
Yeah, you check it out.
Well, let's check her out, y'all. 205, 207, 208, 9, and 10, and 12. Did I hear 13, now 14, now 15? 202 and 203 and 3.
Oh, we got it.
I'm checking them all. 204 and 5 and 10 and 10 and out there 11. Y'all think I could auctioneer? 207. Mama, these are as done can be.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
So, there it is. Now, I'm tempted to close it, but it's dirty. We never close it dirty. That's our rule for 2 or 3 weeks. We don't want food down in here. But that's our signal. It needs to be washed. Because, see, you really can't see anything on there. You could mistakenly put that up and think, well, it's clean. So we leave it open until we wash it. Once we wash it, we dry it and close it. That way we know we done. Pinto beans and fried. Oh, Sue, that sounds good. It does taste delicious. I hear it bubbling. Like I said, you do want it to simmer a little while and let all that flavor in there marry. Now, you could use this. This is delicious marinara sauce for like, do you ever do the fried cheese sticks or any of that? This is delicious marinara sauce for that. It's good for spaghetti. It's just a regular spaghetti sauce. It's just like ragu, except it's homemade. But it is a good sauce. What do you think, Mama? You want a taste of it?
Oh, no, I'll wait till we start it.
No, taste of it and give me, I like your stamp of approval.
You do.
Mama, the one that blesses if it's good, bad, or forget it.
Good, bad, or whatever. Ooh.
Give us the lowdown, Mama.
I about spilled the cheese.
See, Mama even does the second dip in on the first dip. If you're using a spoon again, you take your clean spoon, let it drip in there, and that way you don't have any cross-contamination. Mama says don't put the first spoon in there. She's strict.
Well, we was taught not to put any spoons in there to dip it out. I thought I taught you that.
You did. I just reused mine, but I did it the second dip way. What's it need, Mama?
I just leave it needs to just cook a little longer. Get that spoon.
So you think the seasons are on target?
Yeah, they've got enough in it.
Mama says they got enough. Not too much though.
No.
Not too hot. Does it need more oregano?
No, you've got plenty of oregano in it now.
Say that again, Mama. You make that same facial expression. Say it. Go ahead. Take two.
I can't take two.
Let's watch that instant replay, folks. Let's go to the monitor.
No, I can't see it. It's got plenty enough oregano in it.
That wasn't near as good as the first time when she went, no, it's got plenty enough oregano. You go, Mama. You got y'all sweet tea?
I sure do.
Decaffeinated?
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to have. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
You want to sing and talk to folks now? We're going to get us some.
No, I'll get it because I don't want to talk.
She ain't going to talk to y'all. Good evening, John and Mama. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Pat Martin is watching. Looks delicious, Mama. It is delicious. And right now is what you want it to be doing. Look at this. This is a slow simmer. This is not a boil. That's just slowly simmering. You see here how it's just slowly, and that's what you want it to do. Now, you can make this, you know, like if I'd been home, I could have pulled this together about 4 o'clock and ate about 5 or 6. And you see how thick it's getting? That's part of the pasta water, and that's part of those carrots. Now, I challenge you to find carrots in there. You can see a few, but most people will say, oh, that's garlic. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. They'll never know. They're going to know. You all hear that on Facebook? I don't know. Maybe I just done some copyright. I don't have the rights to that. I don't even know what to say anymore. Now, bay leaf is still in there, but we're going to leave him in there until we get ready to eat. I didn't really know the significance of bay leaves and how flavorful they could help something along until my friend gave me the Sloppy Joe recipe, and she had told me, she said I left it out and I could tell a difference, so be sure you put a bay leaf. So I ordered me a whole brand new thing off Amazon. Couldn't take no chances. And it makes a difference. So I think in the past, perhaps I was using older bay leaves, and they will get old. If they get old, go ahead and toss those out and just order you a few more. Or find a friend that has a bay tree, and they can provide you with all the leaves you would need. So I've been bragging about, I use ragu, but I can make a homemade sauce. I told y'all that several times when we've made this in the past. And a bunch of y'all were probably like, oh, John, you can't make no homemade sauce. I can. It's good. It's probably not traditional, and there may be a lot of folks out there saying, that's not true Italian sauce. And it's probably not. But I Americanized it, or John Americanized it. I did something. It's what we eat at the moment. No, wait.
What, you got the cord wrong?
No.
It won't reach that far?
No. Now, Mama. But
I've got it on here.
let's get right there. Mama was pulling that cord, so it's going to pull off on her, and that's a big old pot of hot sauce. I'm overprotective. I know. Don't judge me. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. Who was it used to say that on the news anchor? And that's the way it is. Who said that, Mom?
I don't know. I'm not that old.
Mom's not that old to remember. So here comes the pasta. Mama's drained the water off.
And there's your chicken.
And there's the cheese.
Mm-hmm. You want Parmesan thing?
No, that right there's great. No, I don't want no Parmesan in a can when I have that.
Well, it won't set up one.
I make this sauce a lot of times and put frozen meatballs in it, to be honest with you. I don't make homemade meatballs. For one thing, I've never had great success out of them. Now, I probably could do them better and try again. But for another thing, the Italian ones that we get at our stable lot is so good. You make your sauce, you just dump them in there and let them get good and warm all the way through. And you skip a lot of that work. It's kind of like cheating chicken. It's cheating meatballs. You can get it so close to being so good and you don't have to do it. That's kind of like with canned jarred spaghetti sauce. You've seen that one was a little bit different, but I did want to make it. Mama said, I've got jar. I said, let's do some homemade tonight. I've never done it. So let's roast it, Mama, and then you can get started eating because, you know, now I'll get to talking.
Oh, yeah.
Mama's hurting my feelings. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. And dear Lord, we just pray that you'll bless us with the nourishment to our bodies. And dear Lord, we just pray for each and every person out there, each and every prayer request. And dear Lord, we just pray for each and every spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. And there's so many that needs healing and touch, dear Lord. We pray that you'll do it in your mercy and your will. Put a hedge of protection around each and every one of us and just be with us in your precious name we pray. Amen. Okay, Mama. Now start hollering.
I don't want much.
That's what I was expecting.
Little. That's way too much.
Okay.
That's way too much.
We survived it.
Did you hear me say that was too much?
No.
I said that was way too much.
You like yours on the side.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't listen.
Well, Mama, they think I'm trying to starve you to death, I believe.
No, they know better than that.
I don't know. I think sometimes they think, John, don't feed Mama.
You don't. I have to feed myself.
I don't know what this camera... I swear I think I sit in the same spot every time. Could you please?
Yeah, I'm going to get up to do that. I'm going to slap you with it that time.
Are you wanting cheese?
Yeah. Yeah. My throat didn't want to work that thing.
This good hot spaghetti and chicken.
I'll give you the bay leaf.
No bay leaf, please.
You don't want it?
No, ma'am. I'm fine with it cooked in, but I don't want it on my plate.
No, you just about got it.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would have
I
cooked it.
called it in time, though.
It could have been a garnish. Now look at our folks. That's just like downtown. If that ain't like some of the... Look at that stain. Now that's hot. That's just like downtown. Mama, since I made the sauce, you give the verdict.
I didn't make the verdict on it. You had enough oregano.
You think I had too much, really?
You know, it's quite a bit. I could taste oregano over there.
If Mama can taste it, it's too much.
That's right.
If she can't taste it, it's just right. She'll say.
Mmm.
Mmm.
It's steaming. It was hot.
I'm gonna say it's good.
It is good.
Is it as good as downtown?
Yeah. I don't get to eat downtown much, so
Don't get to. I'll take you every time you want to. Do you want to go downtown and eat?
No.
See, there you go.
I'm going to go get me some catfish in a few days.
Well, we can go tomorrow if you want to, Mom.
No, I'm busy tomorrow.
That's what I deal with all the time. Mama, anytime you want to go, let me know. Well, I'm busy tomorrow. Well, I'm busy the next day. Well, I might next week. Let's just go one day next week. Yes, ma'am. Does that sound familiar?
Well, I am working over doing stuff tomorrow evening.
I know, but
I can't go out and eat.
it seems like that happens every time. Mmm. Tyson, you did such a good job.
Messy Marvin, I ate spaghetti.
Yeah, I never would have believed I would eat spaghetti in front of all y'all. But, yous are just like family, so.
I have it on my face, Jen. Sure.
Y'all have any questions about tonight? Looks delicious, makes me hungry. Well, that's a good compliment, Charlene. If it makes you hungry, something makes you hungry, it's got to be good. Looks delicious, Donna. It is, isn't it, Mama?
Yeah, it's very good.
It's not a hard recipe, and I didn't give amounts because on everything, but you've seen about what I did. About a half a teaspoon on all the ingredients, or what I would say cover the top with a dash. Olive oil was about 3 good tablespoons.
No, not table. You said 1 tablespoon or 3 or 4 teaspoons.
Olive oil? I covered the whole thing. You had plenty of olive oil.
Oh, I didn't think you said 3.
She always corrects me with that. Like if I said 2, she said it was 3. If I said 3, she said it was 2.
That was a lot. I don't think you had that much in there.
Olive oil, put you about 3 tablespoons in there. Yellow onion, it was a small to a medium. And I minced it real fine. I put it through the chopper. You can use your food processor. You can use a grater. You could grate your onion and your carrots on a small grate. Garlic, I use paste, and I would use minced or whole clove if I had a lot of time. The paste is just smaller minced too, and it goes quicker. That's the reason I want the onions minced. And I even use the onion powder in it too, and that'll help we'll get it all through there. A can of crushed tomatoes, 2 cans of tomato sauce, pasta water, and you want to use about a cup of that. Salt and pepper to taste, and 1 tablespoon of dried oregano. I skimped on that, and I went back and added it because it does need it. Sweet paprika, not smoked in this. A pinch of red pepper flakes. I use Tony Creole. Basil, I didn't use it, but you can. And I use parsley. And then it just says, serve with pasta of your choice. So you can't go wrong with it. You're not going to put big amounts of it, even if you're making a bigger quantity of this. But if you want to double the tomatoes and double some of the other things, but I wouldn't double the seasoning necessarily. I would just add a little bit more. Maybe half again. But you play around with it and you taste. Do quality control on your own stuff. Taste it and say, it needs more salt. Oh, it needs more oregano, whatever. Tyson chicken tenderloin. There's a difference. It's not the tender, it's tenderloin. Southern tenderloin, right, Mama?
Yeah.
Southern tenderloin. And it tastes...
They've got spices on it.
It tastes as good as I can come up with tonight. I mean, I wouldn't attempt it for the difference. Yes, I will write it up. Nola said she will write up the recipe. Deanna says, looks delicious. Hey, Julie, how are you? What kind of chicken? It's Tyson Southern Tenderloin. Tammy, how are you? Saturday's my birthday. Well, hello, Stephanie. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Stephanie. Send her some hearts. So going to my parents for, Stephanie, keep moving on me. Oyster stew. Ooh, that sounds good. Mama wouldn't have it. Everybody send Stephanie some birthday hearts.
There they go.
There they go. But Stephanie, all those hearts over there, those are all for you. Looks delicious. Thank you, Deanne. I've got no sound. Sure hope I can. Try your volume button. You can't hear me if you have no sound. If you ever find yourself with no sound, try your volume button and see if you got a speaker somewhere on there with a little X on it. And that's the only thing I know to tell you. Is everybody else got sound? Give me some thumbs up if you got some sound. Yep, I got sound. Yeah, we got sound. Okay, good. Oh, Stephanie, I hope you have a great birthday. You are very welcome. My birthday's today. Francis Paris, everybody give Francis some hearts. Happy birthday, Francis Paris.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm catching these. Sometimes I'll see them later and I'll put a little comment on there if I see them, happy birthday, but it's not the same as a shout out, I know. Let's do a cook along. I know we've been thinking about that, but we've got to find something we can get from start to finish in about 20 minutes.
We can't do nothing.
We can't do nothing in 20 minutes. Hello, John and Mama. Good to see you both. Well, I hope it's good to see you too. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Wanda. I'm from Indiana. Thank you, Wanda. John, I love all your shirts. How many do you have?
Oh, wow.
Colleen. I don't think I can count that. I've got lots of shirts. This is my everyday uniform, basically, because this is what I wear to work, wear it to church. Sometimes I'll wear a jacket or something to church, but I mean, it's a dress shirt with buttons. And I've got, somebody said the other night, John always wears checks. No, sometimes I would do stripes. I go through solid phases. I've got solid shirts that I wear with ties to work sometimes. Sometimes I have to wear a tie. Sometimes it's just basically the black tie. You girls know, like the black skirt that you just grab every time you have something. Well, us guys have got a black tie we grab because we go with every shirt.
Kids say for Halloween, Papa asked him, was you dressed up? He said, yeah, he's just like when he goes to church.
What was that?
It was Randy's little grandson. Was that it?
I don't remember.
I don't know if you was dressed up. He meant for Halloween.
Oh.
The park.
We had trunk or treat, whatever you call it, at the park last October. And we were handing out candy. And so one of the boys from church was there. And he went home and his papa said, what did you see? And said, everybody was dressed up in all these different costumes and blah, blah, blah. He said, I saw Johnny from church. He said, was he dressed up? And he said, yeah. He said, well, what was he going at? He said, he was just like he goes to church. Because I wasn't dressed up. I just had this on. Something of this version. I was in town one day at 4th of July. And one of our little girls from church, this has been years ago. She'd be a grown woman now. She was with her mom and dad, and she just looked up at me. And she was like she didn't know me. And I see her every week, twice a week, or 3 times a week. And she looked, and her mom said, you know who that is? That's Johnny from church. And she said, what are you doing here? You live at the church. She didn't think I ever left. She didn't think I could be out in public. just the only place she'd ever seen me was church. So I guess she thought he's just always here. I've always wished to hear you say hello to me. Life out love you both. Well, hello, Jackie Smith. Have I never seen you on here, Jackie? Hello. Now we're caught up. I tell you, folks, I never would leave you out on purpose. And sometimes people will get a little upset at us, but if you've never done this, you have no idea how fast these little words go up the screen. It's worse than a teleprompter that you see them using on TV, because it goes up pretty fast, and it'll pause, and then it's gone. And you only get 3. You only get 3 of them. And depending on how long it is, it's fast, isn't it, Mama?
One day it was kind of slow getting moving, but the rest of the time it's so fast. I said, we used to have reading classes on screen that done that, and I said I couldn't keep up with it half the time.
Okay, Tina's upset that I didn't. Tina Russo, it wasn't our church. You misunderstood the story. The church didn't do trunk or treat. This was the park doing trunk or treat. And I am a member of the Friends of the Park in our area. And so we were handing out candy. So no, it wasn't the church doing trunk or treat. It was me being there at the park and the little boy coming through and seeing me there. So she said no church should do trunk or treat. It still participate in the devil's night. Call it trunk or treat. Don't make it. I can't read the rest of it, Tina. Tina, we don't, everyone has their opinions on that. I don't choose to take any night and dedicate it to the devil. It depends on what activities you're doing. A lot of the Christian holidays are full of pagan events that were originally designed for pagan gods, such as Easter eggs, such as Christmas trees. Those were not traditional Christian symbols of any kind. So, in my opinion, anyone can take any day or holiday or event or symbol, and you could give it to an evil thing, but I don't. So that's not the way I choose to see it. But that's just my opinion. Hi from Ohio. Hey, Doris. My daughter brings Mexican to me tonight. Gail, you have a regular Mexican night?
Wow.
You are so lucky, Gail. She says her daughter brings Mexican to her probably on Thursday nights. That would be awesome. Don't you wish you had a kid that good?
I wished I had.
Mama loves Mexican.
Wished I had a daughter like that.
I wish you had a daughter too, Mama. I never wanted a younger. I always wanted an older sister, because I had a friend who had an older sister, and she could drive, and she would take us places and do things, and if we needed to run here, run there, she would run us wherever we needed to go. And I always used to tell Mama, I want an older sister. Mama said, that's not possible. So I thought that would be convenient. That's how phone 3, I can't understand that one. Hi from Phoenix. Well, hello, James. How's the weather on Phoenix? Hello from South Carolina. Hey, Kay. Hello from Georgia, Mary Lou. Some churches call it Harvest Festival and do games. We do that. That's what we do. We do, what do they call it, Mama, at church? And we have it Fall Fest. And we have it usually the 1st of October, because the weather's not bad. It's not too cold. We have a big wedding roast. We have Fall Fest. The kids come, they play, and it's a good thing. Hi, John and Mama, Winchester, Virginia. Thank you, Susan. We're really not, but thank you for saying that we're awesome. Mexican is good to eat when... See, that one just ran. Diabetic if it's not to eat one time. Yeah, because Margie, you're right, because you can get low-carb tortilla shells. You can get, beans are good for you. It's meats, and then, they usually have a little lettuce and tomato on there. Mama loves Mexican. We used to have a Mexican restaurant here in town for a short period of time there, and Mama loved it. She likes the chips and the salsa.
Not the salsa sometimes.
No, you like theirs.
I like theirs here in town, but
well, that's what I was talking about.
Some of them's too hot. We went to one restaurant, not around here, and you said, I've ate here before and their salsa's not hot. I got me a big lot on a chip and it was hot as fuck. And he said, that's not hot.
Well, I learned that night, and here's what I learned. So I tasted it, and I thought it was hot.
Yeah.
And after we got Mama calmed down. Got her a little water. I told her to put a little salt on her tongue. That was a bad night for a minute. So when the server came, I said to her, excuse me, I was here a month ago and your salsa was really mild. Tonight it's hot. And she said, we make salsa tonight. And I said, oh, so when you make it, it's hotter. And she said, no, that's been here for a few days. And she said, we make it every 3 days or whatever she said. They make a big vat of it. She said, the longer it sets, the hotter it gets because the jalapenos and all that stuff married together. I'd been there on the night when they just made it, maybe that day, and it's not near as hot. It had a little bit of kick to it, but nothing bad. And she said, the longer it sets, the hotter it gets. So so sometimes if you go and it's a little hotter than it was, then that means it's a little older, which is still good. But I learned that lesson from her. That
I learned it too. My tongue burned forever.
And you also learn not to trust me when I tell you stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, really, why would she trust me anyway to tell her?
You usually tell me the truth.
I meant to tell you the truth that night, Mama. But I would have tested it anyway. I went, oh, that's hot. Because when she carried on like that, I said, Mama, it's not hot at all. It's not bad at all. Which I ate it because I didn't think it was too hot to eat, but
it was too hot for me.
Kentucky loves cooking shows. Well, Ava, we're glad to have you. Hey, Brenda. Gina, how is the weather there tonight? It's cool. We're in them one of them winters. I'm gonna call it redbud winter. I ain't checked with my knowledgeable friend on that yet to say what winter are we in, but redbuds are blooming. How was your spaghetti, Debbie? It's delicious. Mine's cold now. Mama, did you eat yours?
I made a whole lot of them.
Mama ate all the sauce, but she left the spaghetti. I think that was in protest because she told me I gave her too much to start with.
You gave me too much spaghetti.
Well, there's spaghetti.
I'm just filling up your plate.
No, I was just giving you a good helping, Mom. But if you're going to leave something off, I want you to leave the pasta off because the tomato sauce, the spaghetti sauce is good for you, and the chicken is good for you. Eat your protein and your veggies.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all something she said Sunday. What day did we have them green peas?
I don't remember.
She ate a few of them, and I looked at her plate, and it was mostly peas. I said, Mama, you didn't like them peas? Well, they taste a little green to me. I said, Mama, I cooked them, and we put butter in them. Well, I know. I said, was it just the color? And she said, well, she said, they're not as good as canned. And
now, you like them better than canned.
And she said, and they taste green. I said, just exactly what does green taste like? And she said, eat your pea. Eat your pea.
They'll tell you green right off.
Mama don't do vegetables. She's like a kid. Green.
My sisters eat vegetables. Growing up and everything, and still do. But me, I'm the sweet eater in the family. And I'm the biggest one too.
You ain't big, Mama.
I'm bigger than they are.
This is some good y'all sweet tea. It's unsugared. Why do we call it sweet tea when it's not? Somebody asked me the other night. Because that's the brand is y'all sweet tea. But you have to put sugar in it to make it sweet. So this is y'all's unsweet tea, but it's y'all's sweet tea brand. Does that make sense? Because that's what they call it. So we get the decaffeinated, unsugared. It's just the tea, and it's my favorite. I love it.
I'm trying to learn to like it. I was so used to drinking sugar in mine all my life. It's hard to switch.
I love the flavor of just that tea.
I've learned to drink zero Cokes and Sprite.
Now, Mama, you gotta admit that tea's good.
It's good flavored, but you know, I'm just so used to having all that sugar in it.
It's good tea. So, you can still get 10% off site-wide. I asked him the other night, I said, how is that 10%? He said, indefinitely, until we say it ends. He said, just keep going with it. He said, we want 10%. That's our gift to the folks that have supported us. So wait. They are good folks, people. They're not all about making a ton of money. They're about giving a good product, making a fair profit on it, but not robbing you with it. And that's what I love about it. Their spices are so reasonable. Their tea is reasonable. Everything's good price, and then they give you 10% off. Now, our code is John, John, capital letters at the end. Just put it in. A lot of the other influencers, you will see them doing their code, and it's their name. So if you're watching other programs, you see that it's the same thing. It's just the same tea. But you get the same 10% off every time you order. Not the first time. It's not an introductory offer. It's an offer. Everything site-wide that you buy, clothes, shirts, whatever, you get 10% off.
Do you get 10% off when you order it? Did you put in JOH?
Of course, Mama. I know my name.
I didn't know. I thought you said you was having a hard time getting it in there.
Did what?
When you ordered our other order, I said, did you get it in there?
Yeah. No, I didn't have a hard time getting it in there. It's on the coupon. It says right on their coupon on there, so that's where you put it.
No.
Just get to the end when you're ready to check out. It says coupon or code or something, or coupon or discount. You'll see it. You'll know it. And you just put JOH in capital letters. And you'll get 10% off everything you get. But y'all sweet tea is it's good tea. Some of my friends have tried it and they said, that is good tea.
If I can drink it without sugar, you know it has to be real good.
If Mama can go without sugar in it, she never would do before. And I've been drinking Lipton and all of them without sugar for years. She never would do it. But she's done this, and you can taste the tea. You know how good a tea is when you open it. That smell. I mean, if they had a tea air freshener, which I guess they do somewhere, I would love to have one. That's what I taste, and that's what's in this glass, is that good flavor that you smell when you first open that tea. Freshness.
That's like coffee smells wonderful when you first open it. It smells great.
Coffee smells good the whole time, Mama.
Yeah, you think it smells great all the time. Tastes is great.
It does.
But when you first open it, you know it gives off that aroma.
Good times all the way, Mama. Mama, you got anything else for the folks tonight? Sold out of a lot of what I wanted. Gail, they are sold out. But he just sent an email the other day. In the 16th, go in and try again. That's when they're expecting all their stuff to be restocked. They thought they had enough, and you all blew them out of the water. And so they're going to try to correct that and get enough in there. So today's the 9th, 10th. So in just a few days, they're going to have a lot of it. They're going to have most of all that back. Plus, they're going to have some new products. They're going to have some new things and more spices. I can't wait to tell you all about some of the stuff. Can't wait. I gotta wait. So I'm not gonna say nothing.
You've not even told me.
It's a secret.
I know it. But you could tell your mama. You don't trust me, do you?
I trust you. I'll tell you later if you behave.
Well, that goes there.
They're going to introduce some new products. They got new products on the way. They're going to be introducing more and more new products. This is a good company run by good Christian family people, or we wouldn't be associated with them. We would not be promoting them. They would not be a part of our page. We've had tons and tons of people ask us to promote their products, to be a part, to just, if we'll just mention their product once a week, they'll send us a check. I mean, you would not believe the offers you get on a show like ours. But we've not been interested. It's not about that. This is about letting you all in on, just like Tyson Chicken Tender. I am not sponsored by Tyson. Tyson, you want to sponsor us? But I want you all to know what we like and what is good. You know, that's a good product, and it has nothing to do with us.
It's got a few little, it's got some spices on it, but I really like it.
It's good
flavor.
So Mama would never tell you all something was good to sell it. We're not interested in that. There's not enough money in the world to get me to lie. You know, about something like that. If either I feel it and I believe it, or I wouldn't share it. And that's just the way it is. You believe me or you don't, but trust me, I'm not going to lie about stuff. It just ain't worth it. The Bible speaks.
I've never had nothing before, so why lie to get it now?
I'm not going to get nothing. I don't think there's any good can come from lying.
No.
And I think anything you get through a lie is going to turn out bad.
My daddy used to say when we was little, he'd tell us, he said, anybody that steals or anything like that, you can trust them again if they change. He said, but a liar, you can't never trust again because he'll keep right on lying again.
And ain't lying. But anyway, that's all we got tonight. Mom, you got anything to add?
No, I've said enough.
You've said enough.
Mm-hmm.
You going to say anything after I turn it off?
I'm not going to tell you until you turn it off.
Am I in trouble?
You probably are.
What did I do?
I don't know yet.
Did y'all see me do anything? Mom, I'm having trouble with your camera. Tell them, Mama, what I've done if I'm in trouble.
I'm not telling them in front of you. They can watch you until you're making faces when I say stuff.
What did I do?
You watch back over it, you make faces.
Mama, they're going to think you're mad at me. She's just going on, trust me. She don't wait till y'all leave. Y'all heard her.
If I have something to say to you, I'll say it.
Oh, she will. She's the bird. She's the boss right there. Tell them the truth, Mama. They'll be mad.
What?
They'll think you're mad at me.
Oh, I ain't mad at you. It take a whole lot for me to get mad at you.
Me and Mama don't argue and carry on. We just don't. Do we?
No, we never have.
Because I do what I'm told. Just prove I don't.
You do fairly well what you're told.
Mama's the boss 96% of the time. The rest of the time, I'm the boss because it's for her goodness-ish.
I'm the oldest and I've been here longer.
Like when I say,
boss.
don't be on the stairs, don't be on ladders, don't be climbing up on cabinets, and watch yourself. You're about used to that.
Yeah, I've got them recorded, I think. Watch where you park in town. Be careful getting in and out of the car at the post office.
She parks on the street, and cars are pulling, and it's in front of a red light, and she parks. And those cars shoot out, and if she's opening her door, and she got hit
That wasn't my fault.
I didn't say it was going to be your fault. The next time, she got hit, sideswipe. Tell them that story, Mama. Tell them the story.
I felt God at that time.
She parked parallel on the street. She opened her door and put a foot on the street. She turns and sees a car coming. She jumps back in.
That's when I was younger and had more speed to me.
And slammed the door, and it took her mirror off her car and sideswiped
all the way down my car.
all the way down her car, or her Highlander.
The people at Rite Aid across the street in the drugstore, They was hollering my name. They thought I got hit.
Because it was. And so I remind her of it. Mama, be careful when you park on the street and really look in your mirror. Because what happens is you all see her. You all know how she is around here. She's the same way in town. She's got an agenda. She's got 6 things she's going to do. And she's going to do them. And she'll forget her son.
Now I looked that time. He just come flying. He was kind of.
I didn't say it was your fault, Mama. I just said sometimes, don't you jump out and run in that post office because you got to get to the store. You're going to the bank.
No, I watch the red light all the time when I get out there.
Okay, good job.
If it's red, I'll get out. If it's green, I'll stay in there till it turns red.
That's a wonderful way to do it, Mama. I'm glad you come up. I'm proud of you.
But you gotta watch for the side street coming out.
It's a busy place in our little town.
But
It's a really busy place.
I do good, don't I?
You do fine, Mama. I just wish there was some way you could park the other direction where you get out on the sidewalk. But there isn't one. There's on the other side you can't park.
If I got a lot of stuff, I go around back and park in the back.
They're real good to her. And if she has a lot of stuff to pick up, they call her and say, pull around back, we got a lot of stuff for you.
Oh, we can show our stuff we got today.
Okay.
Right by before we get up.
You go ahead and I'm going to eat my supper while you show.
You're going to have to heat that back up.
I know. Is it going to be too cold? Nah, it's just warm.
Just one. You'll have to read this line and stuff. I'll just get the things. They're so pretty.
Mom went to the post office today and one of y'all had sent her some treasures.
Is that, here it is.
John and Mom, thank you for sharing your time with me. Enclosed are some diamond painting items for your door that I do to pass the time. Thank you again, Mary Olmsted from Jefferson City. That's close.
And show them how pretty they are.
Oh my, oh, these are beautiful. Look at this. This is a little rabbit, and those are little pieces. Oh my goodness, Mary, you put every one of those in, don't you, by hand? Oh my gosh. Can y'all see how beautiful every one of those little dots, Mary?
She not only sent one, she sent 3. Look how beautiful.
Mary, that is true artwork. Easter, look how beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's going on the door now.
That's going on the door now. Oh, look at this. Now, this is not...
All spring and summer.
I should say, this is not seasonal. This would be beautiful any time. In Mama's Canning Kitchen, it's kind of birdhouses and birds and stuff. So we love that. That'll be year round.
Mm-hmm.
Can y'all see that? I mean, can you see?
The little thing she does.
Every dot had to be placed. Wow, Mary.
Beautiful. And this one will be
Oh.
in July.
Yeah, this one you put in
Veterans Day.
any
Memorial
holiday.
Day, Memorial Day, all of them.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And they all have chains, silver, long chains. Look at that. Mama, you could wear this to church Sunday.
I might do that.
Mary, thank you. Very beautiful.
Beautiful. A lot of work went into them.
And Mary, you can probably look for those on the Christmas tree when we come up to Christmas time too, but she'll use them. Mama takes all the holidays and puts them on the tree. She says, I can put anything on the Christmas tree.
Well, sure, I'm gonna. Even though this says Easter, it'll go on the Christmas tree.
We got our strawberries today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of those big plastic trays. And they're not ripe enough to do anything with yet, but that's great.
Sold out, so.
They sold out. They gone.
They was holding ours because you had called them, or I wouldn't have got one when I went.
You peeled around all day and about lost our berries.
They was holding because you called them.
See how beautiful? See, but they can need to ripen just
a hair more.
And then these will make a strawberry pie and some strawberry preserves.
And those big ones would look
Come
pretty
over here,
with
Mama.
chocolate on them.
And
Oh, I
then
could see you. That was all right. The strawberry.
Do you see a little woman in there, Mama? Oh,
I
there
did
she
that.
is. She's back.
Yeah.
These will make chocolate covered. Look
And
at
big ones would be pretty with covered in chocolate.
or sugar.
You know me, I'm a chocoholic.
Chocoholic. Mama, this is a good time to say good night.
Yeah. Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Y'all have a blessed night. Well, Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's Friday night. Anything could happen. What would y'all like to see?
Later, I'll have to.
What would y'all like to see us cook tomorrow night? Drop it down here. Mama will read them. And tomorrow, when I call her, say, what are you cooking tonight, Mama? She'll say, well, and she'll have a bunch of ideas.
You'll be doing it because I'll have to be working.
What? You did not put in for a night off. Well, make it easy. Whatever you drop in there, make it easy. We would like some ideas. Not that we're out of ideas, because I've got a cookbook full of earmarked pages over there. Or I don't mark the pages. I put Post-it notes that can be peeled out because I don't want to mess up my pages. But we've got tons of stuff we're wanting to try, but we want to see what you all want too. So your suggestions. Now, Mama don't like hot fish, like in macaroni or even soup.
Any casseroles with fish or stews, oyster stew or none of that stuff.
Anything that tastes good.
I know what you was talking about with Fix tomorrow is that package of country ribs and kraut.
Would y'all like to see country ribs tomorrow with kraut? We've never made it. My aunt makes it.
Put it in the crock pot in the morning and let them cook.
Do y'all want Mama to make country ribs tomorrow in the crock pot, and then once us put?
I just got a list.
Mama, what are we gonna do? Just throw a can of kraut on it?
I don't know. You'll have to find the recipe.
You'll have to have some sides with it.
Kraut and ribs sounds all right to me.
So we may try that, but Mama will have to put the country ribs in the crock pot early in the day. Dessert of some kind, Mike said. Strawberry shortcake, now you're talking. Are the berries from Florida? I don't know.
The Beta Club was selling them, wasn't it?
We buy them for the Betty Club. We buy them every year. Strawberries.
Maybe it's on the
Florida.
Florida, yeah.
Says right on there.
I thought in February we got them from California, but every time.
Plant City, Florida.
Yeah, we read that last year when we had them.
Last year we read it, and one of y'all said you lived right there.
Plant City, Florida.
Strawberry pretzel dessert. Ooh, Kathy, now that I do
That's
like.
really good. I love that.
That does sound good. Scalloped potatoes and ham. Now, Mama likes that. We've not made that long. Banana pudding, Mama. My anniversary is tomorrow. 54 years. Brenda Crawford, happy anniversary. Married 1969. Still love him. That is so nice.
This December, mine would have been 54 years.
Brenda Crawford. Everybody say.
No, mine would be 55 years this December.
Everybody send some hearts up for Brenda Crawford and her husband, married 54 years, and she still loves
That's
him.
the same.
Pecan pie, Mike said.
Ooh,
Y'all are sweet tooth, don't you?
they like me.
Mashed potatoes.
Now that's me again.
Charlene Bloomer. We have mashed potatoes a bunch, but we'll have them again. We ain't mad at them. We'll take them.
I love my
Plant City, Florida, the best. Mary, they are good berries. Now, they have to, be a little unripened so we can get them and use them.
Well, they were
My
selling.
daughter made strawberry pretzel dessert today. Denise,
Ooh,
that sounds good.
there might be some pretzels in there.
Mama, I sent you a thank you card with $20 in it for a cookbook. I sent the card a day
I
or
have
two.
got it in there. I believe it's if it's the same one.
Joyce,
I got it mixed in with some other mail and I found it yesterday. So I apologize for that. And it had a $20 bill in it, so I figured that must be the right one.
Joyce, we found something like that, she says. We'll get your cookbook up to you, Joyce. Thank you, Joyce.
Had it on my desk in there and I found it.
Mama's a solo worker. We got another question now that we're just talking and killing time. Mama, we've been on here
I
for...
done said good night.
Sorry, Mom.
There's
Are we cookbooks out? Are you still wanting us to do the church cookbook? The reason I'm asking, we're thinking about doing a cookbook of ours because a lot of y'all have asked for it, but we would never compete with our church cookbook because 100% of the money for our church cookbook goes to the church. So what we would do if we had our own cookbook, we would also keep the church cookbook as an option. And we would order some more and have them printed up and ready to go. But if everybody's kind of tired of cookbooks, period, maybe we'll just hold off on all of it. Because for us to write a cookbook is going to take a minute. Y'all seen Mama's cookbook recipes. I mean, that's going to take a long time. But Mama started working on it. She started organizing, getting things preliminary done. We've got a company, probably the same company that does our church cookbook. But anyway, so we're talking it over.
I don't want to do it. It's hard work. I'm lazy.
She does want to do it. Anyway.
I would like it if it's already done. You think it's
no
done?
cookbook.
I know it.
We're going to have to do it the other way.
You don't have the magic touch.
The magic. So we would like to start working on that, but we don't want a cookbook you to death, and we don't want to ever compete with our church, because we just don't do that.
I wouldn't.
Please do not worry about that for 1 minute. I was just... Oh, thank you, Joyce. Joyce says don't worry about it. We'll get it to you though, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mama gets so much.
I found it, so it's how I always, on the back of the envelopes,
She's got a good little sister.
I write the check number and the amount and any information off of it on the back of the envelopes, and I keep them. And if people sends cash, I simply just write out cash in the amount. So when I found that one, it didn't have that road on it, so I got in it, looked, and I knowed I hadn't seen it, so.
German potato salad. Now, I've made that before, Debbie, but I do love that. It's getting that season. All those cold salads, the pasta salads that we love, the macaroni salads that we love, and there's many of them. There's Mama's, there's pea and macaroni salad. We've got all kinds of good macaroni salads that we love. All those things are coming up. Before long, we'll be deep into cold salads. We love those.
I found today, I found some Yukon Gold seed potatoes.
Oh.
So just a little tiny bag. And down there in my little bed, I'm going to put a few little hills of those potatoes out and see if I can raise some Yukon Gold potatoes. I thought about that right then when you said the potato salad.
And if you'll get us some red potatoes in the ground, we can have red potato salad, the German potato salad.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we really are going now. That was like 4 Southern goodbyes. We're going to say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama.
Y'all have a blessed night. We'll see you tomorrow.